Hi guys, this is Cheryl with Architect Destiny. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by to check out another video. So today is Saturday, January 6th, and I'm going to be sharing with you my 2024 planner slash planning system. And I'm very excited to do so. As many of you know, this last year was my first year trying out the Kokuyo Jibun Techo planner, and I absolutely loved it. It was so well suited to my planning style and my planning needs. So I have decided to use the Jibun Techo again this year in 2024. Last year I used the standard version, which has all the colorful pages and things like that. This year I did choose the Biz version, which is a little more muted. It has more navies and reds and kind of rosy pink colors instead of the bright orange, green, and blue, which I'm fine with color, if those of you who know me well. But I just decided to try a little bit more muted background for all of my deco antics and so forth that I tend to have going on in my planner. So yeah, I've got this beautiful, I call it planner sweater. How fitting that it's winter, and I decided to put my planner in a sweater. And honest to goodness, guys, I should have looked this up before I even sat down to tell you where this came from, but I promise I will link it in the description. It's beautiful velvety yarn in this gorgeous emerald green color, and it just feels really soft and cozy and just luxurious. It's very well made. It fits my A5 size planner perfectly, or my cover is an A5 size. My planner is an A5 slim inside the cover, but it fits perfectly. The fact that my highlighter and pen are kind of sticking out the top doesn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, I kind of like the way that looks. The planner itself is inside the sweater and my pens are kind of sticking out the top, and I kind of like the way that looks personally. So yeah, without further ado, let's take this gorgeous planner out of here and take a moment to appreciate my beautiful Hobonichi Cousin cover. Let's see, once again, I need to tell you where this is, what the design is and all of that, and I will link that in the description. I did purchase it on JetPens, and I do believe it's still available. At the time I purchased mine, they were saying there's like 2 left or something like that. But I think the last time I was on JetPens, I did see this cover on there. It's this beautiful, wonderful tweed with green and blue and tan and rose and kind of a salmony orange color and gold. Just tweed pattern with some glitter in there as well, like some almost tinsel, like Christmas tinsel, like material in there, and it is just so pretty. It's the same on both sides, and I just think it's gorgeous. It's wonderful to the touch. The one thing that I was a little bit had a little bit of angst about was that this cover, because it is kind of a little bulky with the tweed kind of design, does not fit into an A5 Hobonichi Cousin clear cover. You know that I always put my planners in a clear cover because I want to protect the integrity and the beauty and all of that of the cover and keep it clean, especially if it's a light color. But whether it's light or dark, I like to have a clear cover on my covers. I think it just preserves them more. But the clear cover would not fit on here. I did try like stretching it on and putting a pile of books on top of it, but it kind of like made the planner a little misshapen. I guess it started to kind of shrink back to its regular size, and it kind of had my planner kind of a little misshapen, like it was pulling a little bit. So I took it off, and that's one of the reasons why I opted to get one of these sweaters, because at least, you know, when I'm putting the planner in my bag or whatever, I'm not tossing it in there just like this, unprotected. So when I do put this in my work bag, I put it inside the little sweater cover and carry it to work. Other than that, when it's like sitting on my desk or on my night table or wherever it is, I just have it like this because I'm very careful with my planner. I don't have to protect it when I'm just around the house and so forth. So anyway, let's go ahead and dig into my setup here. I've got it pretty much set up the way I want it. Here in the front, I have my Moxie Life Goal Setting Steps and Instructions book. This has 4 quarterly books to go with it, which I probably will not use this year, but I bought them last year and I was just having a difficult time using them because it was just so much detail and just like so much work on a weekly basis to kind of pull all that together and just translate it into my planner as far as goals and tasks. And I just was a little bit intimidated by it. But I do have like my goal categories all filled out in here and ideas for annual goals that I actually came up with last year. So I decided as I'm coming up, and I haven't yet, I have not worked on 2024 goals, but as I'm working on my goals and maybe even just monthly goals, month by month, that I will kind of refer to this and things that I didn't do or accomplish last year. I will kind of reevaluate whether or not those things are important to me to achieve and perhaps use some of those same goals for this year. So I have this little book just tucked in the front for when I'm working with my goals. This is my A5 Slim Jibun Techo Biz Diary, and I chose the black cover. They have other colors, and of course you can always purchase a clear cover unless the planner comes with a clear cover. Some of them do, but this one came with colored covers, and I chose the black. I do have some extra clear ones over in my storage, so I can switch out and use decorative papers to change my cover if I want to. It has this nice pocket here that you can slide notes and things like that in there if you want to. And then inside, okay, once again, thought I had everything taken care of that I didn't want to have in this flip through. The inside has these 3 pockets that you can put, you know, functional things in or decorative things. Like I had a business card here for my podiatrist. I had some foot surgery over the Christmas break, so I had his card here. I've got this beautiful Caffeine Queen sticker and this Planner Life washi cutter card. I've got 2 of my favorite scriptures here on this journaling card just tucked in the back, and I have these see-through point stickers. I think I got these on jet pens as well, that I plan to use on my monthlies when I get ready to use them. So that's all I have in the front. Then I have the Hobonichi standard stencil, which I use typically to make boxes in my weeklies, and then the Kokuyo stencil here that I haven't really used it for any of the shapes and lines and so forth. I have used it as a straight edge, but I just keep it in the front here in case I should happen to want to use it. This is a Target Dollar Spot pocket. I keep a stash of these all the time because I know I'm going to have several of them in every planner that I use. So because they're just so functional for, pardon me for having my planner not quite in frame and straight there for a second. But yeah, I always have these in my planner for stickers and stencils and just whatever. So yeah, that's just the front, very kind of functional and minimal, and yeah, I don't fuss around with a lot of decorative things in my pockets. I did tip in an acetate sheet, which I tend to do in all my planners, where I can put sticky notes, and these are the kind of transparent sticky notes in these nice vintage colors that I purchased on Amazon. They are listed on my storefront in the idea list, I think, for sticky notes and note papers and things like that. So you can find those there. These are post-it page flags, which are also listed on my storefront on the page flags and tabs and things like that, that particular list. These page flags are also listed on my Amazon storefront. So this is just kind of a, and I got them on Amazon as well. This is just kind of a dashboard for sticky notes and page flags. And I tipped in another acetate here and placed some more sticky notes. I think I also purchased these on Amazon. If not, I purchased them at Walmart. But I love the bright kind of primary colors. And I used my my corner rounder to round the corners on the sticky notes, just because I thought that would be a fun thing to do, and I love the look of it. You can also find my corner rounder on my Amazon storefront. I'll grab it so you can take a peek at it. This is my, oops, I'm sorry, that's my big boot clanging against my chair. This is my corner rounder, which I love. It is very sturdy. It is the Kadomaru Pro. And it's just extremely sturdy. It has like the little thing you can just flip this off and dump out the little bits from punching your papers. And it has a small, medium, and large setting depending on how sharp or how round you want your corners. And I love this thing. Like I said, it'll last a lifetime. It's extremely well made. And you can find this on my Amazon storefront under the must-have planner, I think, must-have planner items or something like that, I think I call it. So yeah, that's that. I rounded the corners of the sticky notes with that. Then I tipped in another acetate, and here's some more page flags that I use to pre-plan in my monthlies and in my weeklies. So there are things that are kind of seasonal, things that I don't need all the time, like the holiday flags, the day off flags. If I'm going to be working on my goals or reviewing my goals, I'll put this on the appropriate week for that, so that when I get to that week and start planning it, I can add that to my to-do list. I've got water plants here. Of course, it's January, so I don't need these. And I have 3 of them because I typically water my plants 3 times a week. So these I would put on my weekly spreads, kind of as when I'm pre-planning my weeklies. And so that when I get ready to plan that week, I can just write those in as to-dos and just various other things. So this is kind of my, what would I call these? Pre-plan page flag dashboard right there. You flip over to my first yearly view. This has 2024. It also has 2023 and 2025, which I just tipped in this beautiful decorative paper from Kikuyo and put the Plan with B freebie 2024 US holidays on there because I thought that would just be really pretty. I didn't want to completely cover up these 2023, 2025 calendars because I might want to refer to them. So I just tipped this in just to cover it because I don't really use this in a functional way. I put some dots on here from I think they're the vintage collection I purchased on Stationery Manor. And I just put those on there just to mark the month numbers. And I always use this calendar to mark paydays, work holidays, PTO or paid time off, or my vacation days, in other words, we call it PTO, sick days, and volunteer time off days. And I have not put in my work holidays and paydays yet for this year. I have honestly been so busy at work since I got back this week. I said I was just going to go on the HR page and just kind of write them down so that I can put them in my planner. And I just haven't had time to do it. So I still need to do that and get this all set up and ready to go. So that's that page. This is the perpetual calendar, or some people call it the Calendex, that has the vertical columns for each month and the dates down the side, the months across the top. And I always use this calendar for doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, very special birthdays and anniversaries that I want to remember, that I want to reach out to people. So that's all I put on this calendar: doctor, dentist, birthdays, and anniversaries. And they're color coded. Green for dentist, orange for birthdays, blue for doctor appointments, and pink for anniversaries. So that's what goes here. Then, that's what I have on there. Let's see. Yeah, nothing too personal. These are goal ideas for this year. As you can see, I have not planned out anything, but I did choose to use this page in the Jibun Techo for goals. And I just, because I thought it was kind of well set up for quarterly goals. And so I just put Q1, Q2, Q3 to Q4. And I used my label maker for that. Let me grab that and I'll show you. This is my Brother P-Touch label maker that I use to make all of my labels. And I love it. It has different fonts, different sizes, just all kinds of ways that you can customize your labels. You can print vertically if you want to make a label to put on the binder of a notebook or something. Yeah, I don't even know all the different ways that you can use this, but I love it. And I used it to make all of the labels on the top of these pages on the front that I chose to customize. And I'll share more about that as I go through. But this is listed on my Amazon storefront under the must-have planning items as well as the tape cartridges that go with it. So this is my goals page, and this was something else up here. I can't remember what it said, but I just made a label and put it over top and made this into my goals page. Same thing here. I can't remember what was on this page, but whatever it was, I covered it up and made this my vision board page. This is the same vision board that I've had for the last probably 2 or 3 years. My vision hasn't changed, and I haven't really seen a need to go back and redo it. But I do have it on the wall over my desk where I'm facing it every day when I'm in my office working. And I like to have it in my planner as well. And I also have a copy of it in my goal planner here. So this is my vision board. This is my inbox. I did not have an inbox in my previous planner, and I decided, I saw someone on YouTube, and I'm so sorry. I think it's Bookish Plans. I think it's _ Bookish Plans, if I'm not mistaken. I saw that she had this in her ring planner, and I thought, what a cool idea for an inbox. I don't need a whole bunch of pages to write on. I can just keep replacing the sticky notes. And in each category, I have 3 sticky notes. I had to cut them down from the typical like square size. I did cut them down a little bit and rounded the corners so that they fit into the boxes. But I thought that was such a great idea. So I have 6 categories. I have tasks, call, text, email, errands, shopping, events, and notes. And so if I just need to jot something down really quickly that I will process into my planner at a later time, this is where I go, to my inbox. And I will jot it on whatever sticky note is appropriate. When I am syncing my inbox to my planner that evening or whenever, I will put it in the correct section of my planner, and then I'll just make a line through it, and I'll continue to use this sticky note until I use it up. And then when I use up the sticky note, I will just rip it out and have a fresh one underneath, and I'll just keep going. So that way I have 2 pages for my inbox, and I only need 2 pages. I don't need a whole section to write a whole bunch of long lists and so forth. So I'm like, yay, thank you, Bookish Plans. That is like the best idea I've seen in a long time. Feel free to steal it. It is not original to me. So yeah, this is my inbox. And I think I'm actually going to put a tab up here so I can flip to it quickly. I just haven't done that yet. Then this is the weekly plan page where if you just want it, like if you're new to the planner and you're trying to figure out how am I going to use this, what am I going to use the sections for, how am I going to set up my weeks. This is kind of like a trial page where I guess you can like write in pencil and just play around and figure out how you want to lay out your weeks. Or it can be like, this is my ideal week. And you can like put the structure of your ideal week right here, and you can refer back to it as you're planning out your weeks and say, you know, ideally I would like to be able to do this on this day every week, or this, 3 times a week each week, and just kind of block out your perfect week. So you could use it that way as well. I chose not to use it because I already kind of have an ideal setup for my week, so that's what I'm going with again this year. So here we are with my customized pages. Like this was a wish list page already, but I wanted all of my headers to be the same. So even if it was a page that I was going to use that was already in the planner, I still covered it with a label so that they all match. So this is where I will put any wish list items for the year. This is where I'll put any Architect Destiny items, like if I want to pursue affiliate relationships with any companies that I utilize their products a lot or things like that, or ideas for videos or whatever, any kind of ideas for Architect Destiny that I want to put here. Then this is where I will record Architect Destiny YouTube AdSense revenue and Amazon revenue. And so I just put the months down the side, a category for the revenue that was generated that month. Revenue is paid out 60 days after it's generated. So anything that I make in January, I'll get paid out in March. So it's kind of rolling like that. So I'll put the revenue for that month, the payout, the amount of the payout here, which should be the same as what I earned in January, and then the date of the payout. And they have been paying out on the 21st of each month. I expect that to continue. And then I just check whether it's paid or not. So yeah, that's how this is set up for both YouTube AdSense and for Amazon. Then currently loving and accomplishments. I created these logs in my Jibun Techo last year, and I've really, really enjoyed doing that because I can write down anything that I'm currently loving, whether it's TV shows that I'm binging or watching in real time, whether it's favorite YouTube channels or my favorite Instagram handle that I really enjoy their planners and their spreads. Whatever I'm loving each month, whether it's a certain food or a drink or whatever, I can just record it here. So when I go back and look at this, and future Cheryl goes back and looks at this planner, I can see the things that I was loving in 2024. And, that's the thing that I love about the way I use my planners, because I'm not a journaler. I don't have like a separate journal that I do lots of decorative things and write long entries and things like that. I like to just write little tidbits and highlights and things that kind of spark my memory about what was going on at the time. That's more of my style of journaling, and I can just so perfectly do that in my planner. And so these types of spreads are memory keeping for me, because I can look back on these. I can look back and see, what did I accomplish each month in 2024? Those times when you feel like the month just flew by, what did I do? Be sure to go back and look at your weekly spreads, or if you're in a planner that has dailies, look at your dailies, see what happened. What did you do that was out of the ordinary, or a goal that you reached, or something that you did that you were really proud of, and log it in here so that it is codified and it's there for posterity. You can go back and look at it, and it's memory keeping in my planner. When I put this book on my shelf, that will be my life in that book for that year. All the things that I want to remember, things that I want to remember that are happy or sad, good or bad, and just everything in between. All my plans, my appointments, everything. It's all in one book, and I love that. I'm definitely a one-book girl in that sense. So this will be a list of books that I read or that my husband reads to me during the year. I will put them here. I will put the date that the book is completed, and I will mark happy, meh, or sad face, whether I like the book, whether it was okay, or whether it was a stinker. And I'll put some comments about it right there. Music playlist. I like to just jot down songs. Like if I find new songs or new artists that I like, that I want to add to my YouTube music playlist, I'll jot them down here. Or if songs that are like a blast from the past, that I was like, oh man, that used to be one of my favorite songs back in the 80s or the 90s or whenever, that just brings back memories, or just a really song that I really liked at one point in time. I'll jot it down here. I'll add it to my YouTube playlist, and when I'm playing music, I'll just listen to it. So this is a place to just jot down songs. This is my movie list, and this was already a movie list, I believe. I just put a label over it, and it was 2 pages long. And I thought about this after I did it. I'm probably going to need 2 pages for movies this year, but it's too late now. I guess I could tip in a page or something right there if I need to. But yeah, we watched 2 really good movies last night, and I just put them in here. We watched The Equalizer 3 and John Wick 3. So 2 threes. So write that in there. I just put The Equalizer. I didn't put the 3 on there. So make sure I'm back in frame. So yeah, again, same thing. The title of the movie, the date that we watched it, happy, meh, or sad face, depending on how I liked it, and then just some comments. And I really thoroughly enjoyed both of those movies. We are action thriller people, so those are typically the kind of movies that we watch with, for me, an occasional historical romance or romantic comedy thrown in there on the side. And then this is for any shows that I'm watching and series. Typically, this will be series that I'm binge watching, but not always. It could be shows that I'm watching, like current seasons that I'm watching in real time. Like The Bachelor starts in a couple of weeks with Joey. Cutie Pie Joey is the new Bachelor. So I'll probably write that in there that I'm watching. And then any other shows that I'm binging and what I think about the shows. These pages were already marked with this, but I put labels over them for the sake of continuity. Gifts received and gifts given. And under the gifts given, I'm gonna do gift ideas at the top, and then what I actually give people down at the bottom. So that's how I'm gonna use these pages. Then here I created a someday maybe list of things that I want to capture and not forget about, but they're not anything that I'm just gonna make an immediate priority, most likely. And at the end of this year, any things that I have not moved from here to my planner and actually completed them, I will move this to my commonplace book, which I will show you at the end of my planner flip through. Things to buy. This is just random things we might need a new beach umbrella, or I want to buy, I don't know, bento boxes for meal prep, or something like that. Just ideas. Things are just like random that I think about, or maybe I see on TV or something. I was like, oh, that's a neat idea. That might be something good to have for the house or whatever. I'll write it here. I may want to go research it, see how much it costs or whatever. And then I may want to order it, or I may want to buy it. In which case I'll move it to my buy list in my weekly spread. So this is just kind of a place to capture things that I might want to consider purchasing. Oops. Let's see. I always think I have everything taken care of. All right, so this is my weight tracker, and as you can see, I've got 52 weeks, so I do weigh weekly on Monday in the morning, first thing when I get up, before I do anything else, and I just record my weight. And so that's what these pages are for. If there's anything, like if I gain a couple of pounds, then I can say, you know, didn't work out this week, or last week I didn't work out, or I didn't feel well, or whatever the reason was, or I was just like eating too many snacks, or whatever the reason I think was for the weight gain or whatever. And yeah, and if I correct it in the next couple of weeks, then I'll say, I cut back on the snacks, or I worked out more, or whatever, if I get my weight back in line. So just a place to make notes about my weight. And then we come to my habit trackers. This is December 2023, so I left that blank. Start fresh with 2024. And I'm trying to not have a ton of habits that I'm tracking. Anything that I'm tracking this year is going to be not things that I'm going to do anyway, but things that I really want to build that into a strong habit. And so I want to hold myself accountable to marking that off. So I put it here. So typically I would have a long habit tracker going, and this is kind of cut in half this year, because I'm really like marking things that are important for me to track to build good habits. So, and this is one of the things I love about the Jibun Techo, is that it has these already here for me. I don't have to create, my own spreads or anything like, or tip in or paste in habit trackers. So that's for the whole year, all the way through into January of 2025. And then we go to the monthly spreads. And I just back plan December in here just for reference. And I think going forward this year, I am going to keep my monthlies kind of clean and just, you know, use the dots to mark my activities and meetings and so forth, mark my paydays, just do a little bit of deco, like just singular Christmas tree here for Christmas Day, and just kind of keep it a little more minimal than I have in the past. I don't plan to use much washi tape or anything like that going forward. I don't know. I've done that like in all of my previous planners when I first started, I guess, planning on YouTube and things like that. I kind of took ideas from the people's planners that I saw, and I was like, oh, that's cool, because I never did it before I found the planner community. My planners were always totally functional. It was just pen to paper with some highlighter. That was it. That's all I knew. When I found the planner community and YouTube and Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this on my planner. I can decorate it. And I just went kind of crazy. So I've done that, and I do love it. And I'm not saying that I'll never do that again, but I just kind of decided this year I'm going to go a little bit more minimal. What's minimal for me? When I say minimal, I don't mean colorless or you know, neutral colors or anything like that. I mean, not a lot of washi and stickers. So this is December, and this is January, and I'm still using my big January stickers from Hobby Lobby. I just love them. I love the font. I love the size, and I'm using them again. These holiday stickers are also from Hobby Lobby. The gold stickers are from Nicole Hutch Designs, and I will put a little bit of washi behind my goals sticker for this column over here, and these are things that I want to accomplish during the month. And once again, I've got my paydays marked, and other than that, I've got the the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl marked here from last week, New Year's Day, and then the college football championship that's coming up on Monday. I've got that marked with football. Other than that, that's it. I've got this page flag here because I haven't decided which weekend I'm going to be able to go visit my mom. So when I decide that, I will mark it in with a blue dot and an arrow for whichever weekend, and then I'll move this to the next month. I've got pre-planned. Let's see, anything I don't want to show. Not so much. So I got February pre-planned here with my page flags and sticky notes and all that good stuff. So when I get ready to plan February, I've got all my pre-planning already in here, and I will most likely film this and I'll plan with you guys. So we'll see how that goes. So I got all my other monthlies and things kind of sticky noted or page flagged in. NFL draft starts on April 25th. I got some personal stuff on there I don't want to show. Personal stuff on there. The Summer Olympics start in July on the 26th. I've got that marked. Got a wedding marked here. It's a destination wedding. So my husband will be performing the ceremony. So we're going to make a little vacation out of it. And so those are my monthlies. And so then we'll go over to the weeklies. And once again, the last week of December, I just back planned in here for reference and kept it kind of minimal. This is the first week of December. Also, I'm sorry, what did I say? This was the last week of November. I'm sorry, last week of November and first week of December, just hard plans, no to-dos or anything like that. I just wanted to have this in here for reference. And this is December. These Christmas tree stickers that I had on the December monthly and here, these are from Hobby Lobby. There's a theme. I love Hobby Lobby stickers. So yeah, and then this is the current week. This is my page marker that goes from planner to planner. I purchased, people always ask me where I got it. I purchased it from Ashley Lee Designs, but her Etsy shop I think is permanently closed. It's been closed for probably 2 or 3, 4 years now. So I don't know if she's ever gonna open it back up, but that's where I got this and I love it. On the back, I've got anything personal. I've got a sticky pocket where I can put my coupons so they're always in front of me and I don't let them expire without using them. And I've got some page flags to remind me about things that I want to check frequently when I open up my planner. They're just right in my face on my page marker. So, and you can find similar products on Etsy. All kinds of shops have these. Just search for planner page markers and you'll find lots of things like this. And then this is the weekly spread in my Jibun Techo. At the top, I track the weather. Down below, I have a section where I track my workouts. And because I'm in a boot, I haven't really done anything with regard to working out this week. But I get the boot off in a couple of weeks and I'm going to get back on track. New Year's Day, I just had a day off sticker and to-do list for the day. And then the football games that came on in the evening. Went back to work here on the 2nd, so I have my work week blocked out here, a section for me to record my hours, anything going on during the work day. Down here is where I do my evening to-do list and the things that I'm watching on TV. If we do anything special for dinner, like get takeout or go out, I mark it. On Friday nights, we typically have movie night, and I'll make a little note about what we watched or whether it was good or whatever there. And then I'm doing the same thing that I've done in the past. Oh, and up here, these are typically like day-long things or priority things that I mark up at the top. I will put birthdays, anniversaries, like my younger son went back to school this day, back to college. A friend had surgery on this day and I wanted to make sure I checked on her. Got my sushi, $5 Wednesdays for sushi at Publix. I keep that on there. Every week on Wednesday, you'll see that sticker. Tuesday's my office day, so I mark that. So these are like priority items or day-long items or birthdays or anniversaries where I want to reach out and contact the person. And weekends, weekend banner. This is from Nicole Hutch Designs, or perhaps it's from Planner Kate, one of those. And down below, let's see, the sidebar I use for my running to-do list for the week, my meal menu to buy list, and things that I'm waiting on for the week. Then in this section here, I do my micro journaling, just overall, how was my mood for the day? And there's a little mood tracker down here with a happy, meh, and sad face. So I mark which one, or I don't really mark which one, but just kind of beside, I should mark which one. I'll go back and do it. And I'll put like a word or 2 words that describe, like this day I said I was down. This day I was okay. This day I was down. This day I kind of felt out of sorts. Yesterday I kind of felt okay. Today I'll probably put good because I'm feeling pretty good. And so I'll do that, and then I'll write a little blurb about how I was feeling and why. Then down here is where I mark my meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And yeah, that's kind of how I utilize the spread. And I did the same thing last year, and it works for me, and I love it. I have no plans to change it. And then within the spread, I use black ink typically for my plans. And then for my highlights and lowlights and things I want to remember, I'll write them in blue. So this was a mistake. I was planning in bed, and the lighting in my bedroom on the night table, the lamp has kind of a yellowish cast to it. It's not like true white light. Maybe it's the lampshade that makes it a yellowish kind of hue, but I couldn't tell that I was using my blue ink, and I was like, doggone it, I am not gonna white this out and rewrite it in black. I'm just gonna leave it. So my plans here are written in blue by accident. It's okay. It's totally okay. But typically if you see anything written in blue, it will be like something I want to remember, or a note about the day or something like that. This is next week pre-planned, and my little sticky note for me to write tasks on that I want to take care of next week. So far I haven't written anything on there. And these are my page flags. You know, I showed you my page flag dashboard up here. If it takes too long to get to it, I'm going to skip it. Yeah, here, these are the page flags. Any on here that are seasonal or whatever that, you know, I need to store someplace until I need it again, I'll put it here. So these are my weeklies, and there's some things that are bi-weekly or monthly. Like when I plan this week, all the things that are going to take place next week, I'll move these page flags to next week. If they're going to take place 2 weeks from now, like buying groceries, I do that every 2 weeks, I'll move that 2 weeks out. So that's how I do my pre-planning. So this is a monthly one. We only do dry cleaning once a month, so I need to go to the dry cleaners in 2 weeks from now. And then cash envelopes. I do cash envelopes every 2 weeks. I did that this week, so I put that 2 weeks out. Walmart, if I need to buy things, if things are on my to-buy list, I need to go to Walmart for. I put that on a Tuesday, which is the day that I'm in the office, so I'm away from home anyway. Walmart is close to my office. It's a straight shot down the road. So every 2 weeks, I'll put the Walmart sticker, or every week. I'll move this from week to week or whatever, depends. But I put it 2 weeks out because I just went to Walmart. So yeah, that's how I use my pre-planned page flags. And I marked right here on the 22nd of January, The Bachelor starts. I'm serious about my shows, y'all. I didn't used to be that way, but I am. And I've got a few more things that are further out that I put sticky notes for in my weeklies. So, and this is my my pencil board that I use when I'm writing. I put it behind the page, and it helps me to write smoothly, especially if there's some sticky notes or something back here that could be bumpy to make it hard for me to write. So I use this, and I just stick it in here just wherever, and I grab it when I need it. And This section back here, I've marked as memories, and it was marked looking back on 2024 already within the planner. And so each month, I can just write down things that I want to remember from the month in these sections. And there's 2 pages, so if I have a lot for January, I can just go straight across and write more over here. So I have plenty of room to write memories. And then I have another acetate here where I put my day timer sticky note to-do lists with the little tab on it. I like the tab because it sticks out right here, so I can easily flip to this if I want to write something down. So I keep a stash of them in the back of my planner. And what else do I have? I have another acetate that I tipped in where I just keep some to-do sticky notes. I got these from Amazon. They're listed on my Amazon storefront under sticky notes and all that stuff. So yeah, and that is the end of my planner. Wait, let's see, let me do something there. Let me do something. I've got a, sorry guys. I've got another sticky pocket here where I put stamps and address labels. So they're easy to grab and put on letters when I'm out and about, and I can just drop them at the post office and call it a day. This is the Jibun Techo idea book, which I use for all of my tracking and logs. And I can show it to you because I've not got much written in here yet, so I can kind of show you how I've got it set up. Yet another sticky pocket with some Stalogy washi dots and some other washi dots from Amazon. And this is the index page, which I've not set up yet, and I haven't yet numbered my pages. I typically number them, and so I can put here which page each section starts on. But I haven't done that yet. I still need to do it. The first section is my savings log, and I just drew these in, and I used Happy Planner letter stickers to make the headers. And I have the date, plus or minus, the balance, and any notes. Like if I want to say, if I'm putting a deposit in here, I can say where the money came from or what have you. Or if I'm taking money out, I can say what we're using it for. And then I just have a little sticky flag here that tells how much we put every month in there. There might be a little bit TMI, but it doesn't matter. And then same thing for our investment account. Same thing for our health savings account. This is a medical bill that we're paying, an emergency room bill that we put on monthly payments, and I just track the balance in each payment and when it's paid off. These are our monthly bills, and I just created this spread with all of the bills down the side, the due dates, any ones that are charged to our credit card I have marked with a C, and others are drafted from our bank account. And then I have the dates here that the bills are due. Then I have January, February, March through June on this page, and then July through December on this page. And then I can just write the amount of the bills in the spaces. And most of our bills don't change regularly. Some of them do change either annually or at some point in the year. The amount may change, and I want to note those changes. So that's why I tend to like to log our bills or track our bills. This is any charges that we make on our Chase Visa card that are above $75. We don't write down every little thing, but anything that's more than $75, we kind of want to see where our money is going. So that's that, and I have several pages for that, 3 pages for that. And then our Wells Fargo Visa, again, anything over $75, we log it on here, and then we keep track of the balance at any given time. So I have 2 pages for that because we don't use this card as much. Check log, anytime I write a check for anything, I put the check number, the date of the check, who I wrote it to, and what it was for, and the amount. And it's not a check register. I don't keep track of the balance in our bank account on this. I just want to know what the checks were written for and how much they were. And I don't write a lot of checks, so I only have one page for this for the year. Then I've got some pages clipped together that are more private that I don't want to share. Then I have online orders. I write the date of the order, the vendor, like this is an Amazon order. What did I buy? I bought a pen, this pen. This is a Unijet Stream pen with a metal barrel. Page flags and some dots. And how much was it? When did it ship and when did I get it? So I have 2 pages for that. I keep track of my Amazon credits here, when I add to my Amazon credits from my Amazon storefront, and when I use credits for shopping, and I just keep track of the balance here. Chase rewards that we're earning on our Chase Visa, I keep track of the balance, and then I typically use cash back to pay down the balance on the card. I don't buy stuff with it. I just use it to pay down the balance when it gets large enough, or when I feel like I need to use them. Same thing for Wells Fargo rewards. I use it to pay down the balance. Any refunds, like this was an Amazon refund where I sent something back. I took it to Whole Foods and shipped it back. I was supposed to get a refund. I did get it. I didn't mark that off that I got it, but I did get it. So I just need to put a check mark right there that I received my refund. And I've got some pages clipped together that are private. And then any personal things, just for general personal, like, I don't know, whatever. Just a page for personal. Whatever I might want to write there about that pertains to me. Health notes, any notes from doctor appointments or things like that, or symptoms that I'm feeling that I might want to make a note of, put there. Any planner ideas, like I want to try OK Plans, custom scripts. I wrote down Rosie Life Planner because I saw her video of her showing her 2024 planner, and it's a book-bound planner, and I thought it was really cute. So that may be a planner I consider for next year or something. Who knows? But I write planner ideas on here. Any home-related things, ideas for projects, things we may need to buy for the house or something like that, things that we need to fix that come up this year. I'll make a list here, and we'll tackle those things as we get a chance. And anything that doesn't get taken care of this year, again, will be moved to my commonplace book. Then these are my deep clean and recurring task trackers that I've not filled out yet. So I'll do that at some point. And to buy lists. These are just like random to buy things. And these are my notes pages. And I like to kind of color code my notes so it's easier to find things, because I just turn a page and just start writing. It doesn't matter what it is. This is just a place to capture things. And so I like to color code them so it makes things easier when I'm trying to locate something in particular. And then this is my running task list of all the to-dos that need to be done that don't have any specific time frame, but they are things that I want to do. They're not someday maybe. They're like, I need to do these things. They're back here. Ones that are highlighted or like super important that I want to tackle. And I just have it flagged back here so I can easily find it and migrate things to my weekly list. Then I have this Jibun Techo pocket. It has a little thing here that you can just like tuck it in the back of your planner, and it has 3 pockets on the front that you can put business cards or whatever you want to put in there. Then it has the zipper pocket. I use it to store my coupons until I get ready to scan them to Fetch, my Fetch app. I typically do that on Sundays when I'm doing my planning. And then I have a $2 bill that my mom gave me a few years ago that I keep in here. And then I have some things in the pocket. I probably won't flip through all the things because there's some personal stuff back there, but I do have my canceled and rescheduled clear stickers from Tyrion Design on Etsy. And I have my football stickers to mark my games. I have some happy stickers that I use to mark really good days, or when I do things and I'm proud of myself for doing them. I'll put a happy sticker. And then I have my piece of urban blotting paper that I keep in the back. And I have some coupons for Jersey Mike's back there as well. So that is my planner setup, guys. That is it. And I'm loving it. I'm gonna really enjoy using my planner again this year. The other two parts of my system that I will not go into detail about, there is a video on my channel under the planning system and philosophy playlist, I believe it is, on my reference planner. And this is a long-term, it's not a planner, my reference notebook. This is a Paper Penguin Co. 160-page Tomoe River paper notebook, grid notebook. I'll show you, just has blank paper in it, just like this. And I have tabs for all of my sections of long-term information that I want to store and keep. Section on finance, medical, collections, books, coupon codes, personal things, pantry and meal information, important dates, self-care ideas, contacts, planner size chart, planning prompts, and just general reference information like websites and login information and stuff like that. So this is my, it's not very thick. This is my reference notebook that goes from year to year to year with whatever planner I have. This is all long-term information that I will continue to reference and update and add to. And this is my commonplace notebook, and I just have it in a Hobonichi clear cover. It is a Wonderland 222 notebook. A Hobonichi cover with a clear cover on top. And this is a Wonderland 222 notebook. This started out being kind of just a brain dump notebook of just like all kinds of things that I tried to categorize by color code, but that is quite a task, so I've given up the ship on that. But I just jot down anything and everything in here, and I try to make it a practice to review this at least monthly, see if there are things that I need to move to my planner, and just like get an action plan for doing them. So I've got just lists in here. I've got notes from a conference. I've got my Christmas card list right here. I've got notes from a conference that I went to. I've got more lists like restaurants we want to try, foods that I want to try, TV series ideas that once I start watching them, I will move them to my series TV show list or movie list in my planner. But these are just like ideas. Like some of these movies haven't even come out yet. So these are my ideas that I collect. And then when I actually watch them, I move them to here. And then just notes about planner stuff and just different things. Like any things that I don't act on in this planner this year will get moved to here so that I can carry it forward. Because this again, and I've got a bazillion pages, and I've got this brain dump trigger list from Vienna Ortiz that I made into a bookmark that I just tuck in here. So if I'm having like a brain dump session, I can just pull this out and just kind of add to my list. I can just start a new list or do whatever. So that's what this is. So these 3 books are my planning system for 2024. And this is my pen case from Stationery Pal that has all of my pens and highlighters and dot markers and glue stick and page flags and whiteout tape and scissors and rulers and all the things that go with me when I have my planner. I usually have these 2 with me all the time. When I go to work, I take these 2 with me. These guys stay at home, but these 2 come with me. So yeah, let me put my page marker back in here. I'll put it on the right page later. Just stick it in there. So that's it for me, guys, for my 2024 planning system. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate that personally, and also it would help my channel. And if you enjoy my content and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that when I upload new videos, you'll be one of the first to know. That's it for me for today, guys. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.